Let's meet the visiting team, Minnesota Timberwolves. At power forward, Jared Vanderbilt. At shooting guard, Jalen Noel. At the other forward position, Anthony Edwards. At the other guard position, D'Angelo Russell. At center, Karl Anthony Towns. The head coach of the visiting team is Chris Finch. Let's meet the starters for your New Orleans Pelicans. Starting at shooting guard, at 6'6", number 5. Starting at center, 6'10", number 17. At forward, 6'8", number 14, Brandon Ingram. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 3, CJ McCollum. Number 1, Zion Williamson. The head coach of your own team. This is your New Orleans Pelicans.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, you'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Here at their home, the Smoothie King Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. Brandon Ingram is an all-star talent, but then again, this is what he expected would happen. He said, confidence got me this far. Even with my build, I always had it. I think I have greatness in me, and I'm not going to stop until I'm the best. He certainly is well on his way to fulfilling that prophecy, Kevin.
Tremendous, David. Thank you for that. Let's take a look at the numbers for C.J. McCollum.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Edwards. Towns is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Noel in at the 2-guard spot. And for New Orleans, Ingram and Williamson are the forwards. Jones is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Valanciunas in at center. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
And it's such a great feeling to come out strong. But it's hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strength.
Now, here is Russell. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
Well, I think the more Russell looks to score from there, guys, the more dangerous he becomes.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Outside, Jones passes it to Williamson. Back to Jones. There's the steal. Outside, Russell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. McCollum against Russell. Swiped it away. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good with the triple. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pass to Ingram. Edwards with the block.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
Towns down low. Valanciunas is there. Count it. Good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's McCollum. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Noel. Nailed from three-point land.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
McCollum kicks to Ingram. To end the run. And the rejection by Towns. Edwards dishes to Russell. Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
And Towns, not known for his rim protection, but he's improved in that area recently, challenging and changing more shots.
Get up on your feet. Put your hands up. And you at the top. And you in the middle. And you at the bottom. Make some noise. It's t-shirt time. All right. Look who's coming to the court. Come on. Get up and get loud for your Pelicans dance team.
Beverly's checked in for Noel. And here's a group of players that have really been showcasing their versatility recently. The leading three-point shooters among centers and power forwards over the last 10 games. Third is Karl Anthony Towns.
Now, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
McCollum kicks to Jones. Knocked loose. Ingram passes to Jones. Williamson double team. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And spectacular plays just seem to find this kid. Williamson with a great sense of time and space there.
Now here's Beverly. Towns a screen on McCollum. Here's Russell. That one rolling around and rims out. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 7. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
Now McCollum, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. It's blocked.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing. for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Edwards with it. Now defended by McCollum. The pass to Vanderbilt. Pass to Russell. Here's Vanderbilt. Clock at 6. Here he goes. And it's Beverly missing. Pelicans trailed by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Beverly following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Back to Beverly. Here's Vanderbilt. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Russell passes to Towns. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 6 from the field. McCollum kicks to Williamson. He dishes it to Ingram. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ingram. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and it's Ingram missing.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Wasted no time on that one.
Beverly looking to score as soon as he gets the ball now, so you can't give him any room.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some reps.
Pelicans fans, your Pelicans dance team.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. McDaniels comes in for Vanderbilt. Okogie's checked in for Edwards. And it's Beasley in for D'Angelo Russell. Okogie, the pass to McDaniels. And here's Reid. Back to Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Pelicans. 6-point game. Hernan Gomez a screen. Now here's Ingram, guarded by Reid, and it's Ingram missing. Passes to Okogie. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Pelicans have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And Clark, as impactful as Okogie is on the defensive end, he is still a work in progress, don't you think, on offense?
I agree, Kevin. His defense will always get him minutes, but he needs to involve himself more offensively, be a threat at that end of the floor, because on occasion, he can vanish at the offensive end. Hey, guys, really easy to see why Ingram was the second pick in the 2016 draft with plays like these.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's McDaniels. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that one is good by Beasley.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Beverly. Now Reed. Hernan Gomez covering. And here's Reed. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Basket counts. And now it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Kicks to Ingram. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Ingram. Going inside. It doesn't go for him. And Minnesota will come the other way.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now here's Ingram. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Minnesota with the rebound.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Beverly against Ingram. Now Beverly. 5 on the clock. Here's Reed. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Ingram. Now the pass to Graham. And here's Hayes. New Orleans moving the ball around. Alvarado, defended by Beverly. Here's Ingram, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, in his high school days, Ingram led his team to 4 straight North Carolina State titles. Easy to see why just about every college in the country was lining up to recruit him.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And this may not be the juiciest stat you'll ever get, but the development of Brandon Ingram as a free throw shooter early in his career was shocking.
New Orleans making a switch here. Nance is checked in, and then for Minnesota. Prince is checked in for Okogie, and it's Russell in for Patrick Beverly. And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Russell looking around. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Driving inside. Pelicans pull it in. Ingram's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the wing right side. Passes it to Alvarado. He kicks to Ingram. Down low. Here's Graham. That's good. And it's Ingram with the assist. Graham's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pelicans. Now, here is Russell. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Lets it go from deep. That shot, no good. And so it's Minnesota. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Back to the action after this word. Welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Pelicans trailed by 9, and so in the game for the Timberwolves. Easily on the wing along with Edwards. Towns is out there with Taurean Prince, and it's Russell in at the 1. McCollum no good, and it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Outside, Towns. Over Valanciunas, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas, reaching out and just swatting that shot away.
And the rejection by Towns. Beasley with a clean look, and it's off the back rim, no good. New Orleans with the ball. They trail by 9 points. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. McCollum outside. Valanciunas with a screen on Russell. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Edwards, that's good.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Beasley against Jones. Nance sets a screen for Jones. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Beasley against Jones. Beasley kicks to Towns. Low block shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. If you're with the ball, he's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. McCollum dishes to Murphy. Lets the 3 fly. The shot missing. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And here are the Pelicans now. After the basket by Minnesota. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Some changes for New Orleans. Zion Williamson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Jackson Hayes in for Nance. Minnesota also with the sub. Vanderbilt's checked in for Prince. So it's the Pelicans now. 11-point game. Back to Williamson. Williamson is screen on Beasley. Shot clock at 5. It's tipped and stolen by Russell. Dishes it to Towns. Pass to Beasley. They set the pick. Shot from 12. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got the lead up to 13 now for Minnesota. McCollum outside. Outside, Jones. Here's Williamson. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Russell kicks to Edwards. Here's Towns, and it's Williamson with the rebound.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Here's Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Malik Beasley.
It's going to be on Malik Beasley. There might be more talent at the point guard position now, Greg, than there's ever been in the NBA. But Who do you think sits at the top of that list?
I mean, Kevin, there's so many incredible talents, and not that I'm dodging it, but honestly, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what kind of tickles your fancy in terms of the point guard. If it's the ability to shoot and play without it, Steph's at the top of your lead list, but then you get a guy like Chris Paul, who I think is as good as anybody's ever been in the pick and roll. So they're just different ways to approach this thing. And, of course, now I've forgotten 4 or 5 guys that I should have added into this conversation.
Greg, last season, we saw a lot of opinions about the play-in tournament, especially from players. Where did you fall on that thinking?
Well, I'm going to put on my fan hat right now, Kevin, and I thought it was exciting. I mean, seeing the stakes get raised for those teams that are right on the edge, I think it brings more interest for teams. But if I was still playing, I probably wouldn't like it if I had locked up the playoffs and still had to go play to earn a berth.
Now here's Edwards. 9-point game his last outing. Pass to Vanderbilt. The pass to Okogie. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Edwards can't hit. Pelicans trail by 12. Here's McCollum. And again, no good by New Orleans. McCollum against Russell. Pass to Vanderbilt. Outside Edwards. Pass to Vanderbilt. That one goes in. Vanderbilt's got his first points of the game. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Who wants a t-shirt? All right, look who's coming to the court. Come on, get up and get loud for your Pelicans dance team.
The Timberwolves making a change here. Beverly's checked in.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Patrick Beverly. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 3 points a game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Here's Williamson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Now here's Edwards. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Beverly, the pass to Vanderbilt. There's the drive. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans trailed by 14. Pass to Murphy. With his first shot attempt, and again, no good by New Orleans. And when Towns is on the floor, the attitude of this team, Clark, completely changes. They play with so much more confidence.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more, Kevin. He's a floor raiser. In other words, he makes everybody else play a little better and lifts up their confidence, and he does it while also putting up monster numbers of his own.
Edwards can't hit. The Pelicans shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Williamson finds Graham. Back to Williamson. Beverly against Graham. Now here's Beverly. He's covered closely, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's McDaniels in for Vanderbilt. Kicks it to Graham. Out left to the wing. Williamson in the post. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Beverly looking around. Tipped away. Ingram outside. Hernan Gomez a screen. Ingram outside. To end the cold streak. Reid with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 14. Beverly the pass to Reid. The pass to Okogie. Back to Reid. It's rebounded by New Orleans. To the middle. Here's Williamson. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Edwards dishes to Beverly. Now here's McDaniels. Hernan Gomez covering. And here's Beverly. Just 4 to shoot. With the drive, uses the glass to finish the layup. Beverly's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
2 minutes.
Passes it to Williamson. Back to Graham. From 13. A second chance effort. Pass to Alvarado. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Beverly. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Okogie. Driving the lane. He kicks it to McDaniels. Over Williamson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
McDaniels, a bit of a project, but physically, he can do it all.
Greg, I think he's got a chance to be an outstanding defender. I mean, actually, all-league caliber defender. He can block shots, he can get steals, he can defend multiple positions, and I think he's got great speed at both ends of the floor.
That free throw, no good.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Valanciunas, he's checked in for New Orleans. Nance comes in for Williamson. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Beasley's checked in. No luck that time either. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Minnesota leading by 16. 1:07 left now here in the second. Here's Okogie, covered by Nance. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Jazz, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Well, you know, Okogie has quickly proven himself to be a dynamic player. He flies around the floor looking for ways to help out his team at both ends, which is quite impressive for a young guy like him.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Devontae Green. Prince is checked in for Minnesota. So he gets them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Valanciunas. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Beverly against McCollum. And the pass to Reed. Lets it go with the three. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Minnesota.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell.
Pelicans trail by 18. McCollum outside. Can they get it? Pass to Valanciunas. It's McCollum on the wing. Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum. Rebound by Okogie.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
Russell from long range. Headshot off. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Minnesota on top. They lead by 18. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, you guys have built a lead. What is the key to maintaining or increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
You had the advantage in the first half. We'll see if you can keep that advantage in the second half. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They're getting into the lane whenever they want, getting some high percentage looks. I don't see the coaching staff switching up too much. Keep it simple. Force your opponent to adapt to you.
Shifting gears, let's look at the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Heat, you love these types of battles. Sort of a toss-up because the talent is similar. Hard to predict who will rise to the challenge, but I guarantee you it's going to be fun to watch.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for New Orleans right now, underneath in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. Colum is out there with Jones, and it's Ingram in at the three, the small forward. Now Jones, after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns. And it's McCollum off the drive. Nice D from Russell. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Towns. Towns, a screen on Ingram. And there's the drive. Here's Edwards. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Pelicans trail by 16. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jones kicks to McCollum. Looking to get it going. No good. Shot missing. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Inside, Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Boy, boy, deceptive athleticism that Russell has for a point guard. This young man is sneaky in his ability to get up.
Jones finds Williamson. Fades back. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Noel. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Off target with his 3. The Pelicans have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Edwards with the block. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Valanciunas inside. He's guarded by Russell. Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now, here is Russell. 8 points for him. Pass to Vanderbilt. And he makes good on the layup.
Jared Vanderbilt.
And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And here's McCollum for 3. Rebound, Minnesota.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Here's Noel, defended by Jones. Russell against Valanciunas. Russell passes to Towns. Over Valanciunas. And it's Towns missing. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Well, a lot of teams are going smaller these days, but big man Jonas Valanciunas still earning steady minutes year after year.
Efficient scoring and a presence on the glass. He's able to punish teams inside if they want to play small ball.
Timberwolves leading by 18. Now, here is Russell. Unloads from 9. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. McCollum with the ball. Here's Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
And that one falls for Jones. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. McDaniels, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Malik Beasley comes in for Edwards. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Noel. And so Jones nails both of them. Minnesota leading by 16. Beverley the pass to Russell. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
Beverley against Jones. Over Beverley. And that one hits back iron.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
McDaniels kicks to Beverly. The pass to Russell. Here he goes. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Hayes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 5 to shoot. Outside Murphy. It's rebounded by Towns.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Russell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Russell's got 14.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here's Jones. He has 5. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. So here's Murphy. Kicks it to Jones. Alvarado. He's guarded by Russell. And the Pelicans miss again. Timberwolves leading by 22. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
And one thing about Beverly, he's not just nasty on defense. He's great at getting the defense to rough him up on the other end, too.
The Timberwolves have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Nance in for Jackson Hayes. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Taurean Prince in for Malik Beasley. Stolen by McDaniels. Prince, right side. The tray. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Alvarado. Spins. Jones looking for an opening. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's foul number 2 for him. Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans.
Now into the lineup for your Pelicans, Brandon Ingram.
Alvarado, he's guarded by Russell. To the middle, to end the drought, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And how about the awareness from Valanciunas? He read the pick and roll coverage there beautifully.
Outside, Russell. Six to shoot. Nance with some nice D. And stolen by Russell. And that one drops for him. Russell's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Ingram. Shoots over McDaniels. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Back to Russell. To the inside. Here's Reed. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. 1:35 left in the third. Pass to Nance. He kicks it to Ingram. Nance sets a screen for Ingram. Back to Nance. Here's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Nance has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there, working it to the open man. Really good possession.
McDaniels passes to Russell. Great pass to set up the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Valanciunas. The pass to Ingram. Looking to get back on track here. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 6th rebound on the night. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Nance has got 6 rebounds now in the game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to Valanciunas. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Prince.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's McDaniels. A 3-pointer off the mark. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for Minnesota. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Minnesota, Russell in the backcourt with Beasley to his side. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Okogie in at the 4 spot. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
McCollum against Beasley. Pass to Alvarado. And here is Williamson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. From 15 feet away, McCollum no good. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Here's Okogie. And here's Beasley. Towns, a screen on McCollum. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And there's the pass to Alvarado. Kicks it to Ingram. Here's McCollum. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists now in this one.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
And it goes down 2 points. Russell's got 20.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
McCollum outside. Here's Williamson. No good on that one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Okogie. From down in the low post, it goes.
Boy, watch how Okogie powers his way to the finish. Brushes off the contact like it's not there and gets it to go down.
Ingram kicks to Valanciunas. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
Alvarado. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Beasley outside. Okogie, the pass to Russell. Towns sets the pick for Russell. And it's Towns penetrating. Towns is double. Beasley for three. It's good from long range.
Boy, that's Beasley's shot right there. He loves to rise and fire and knock him down from behind the arc.
Pass to Ingram. Passes to Alvarado. He kicks to Williamson. Can they get it? And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Towns sets the pick for Russell. The dish to Towns. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Offline from the high post. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
The feed to Williamson. Pass to Alvarado. Williamson is screen on Towns. Floats it up for Williamson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
This is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Back to Beasley. It's Edwards on the wing. Some solid defense from Ingram.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Back to McCollum. Over Beasley. McCollum, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
To the wing on the left. Williamson left side. And here's McCollum for three.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Okogie, the pass to Beasley. Williamson with the block.
And covering lots of airspace, Zion is tremendous at closing out on shooters.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. Minnesota also with the sub. Vanderbilt's checked in for Edwards. Here's Russell. Another miss by Minnesota. The Pelicans have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And the basket by Murphy. Now Russell. And Clark, the NBA is supporting those players who use their platform for change. In 2021, the NBA created the new Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Award.
Yeah, that sends a really powerful message because those who have followed the career of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was my idol as I was growing up, know that he not only performed at the highest level between the lines, but he has always been a voice and an activist for social justice, for education, for doing what's right and decent. His career outside of basketball clearly embodies what being about human rights is all about. So that's a really powerful message and one that I'm glad to see the NBA put forth.
Here's Graham after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Now here's Graham. Nice D from Russell. Pass to Vanderbilt. Russell against Graham. Russell left side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Vanderbilt. He's guarded by Murphy. Vanderbilt misses. And so Graham will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. And Murphy kicks to Graham. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Graham. And finish off by Hernan Gomez.
Dangerous in the pick and roll. Graham making a smart decision right there and dishing the ball off.
Here's Russell. Off the left rim and out.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the leaner's probably not the best option on that shot.
Graham surveying the floor. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, that time Graham picked the right play at the right time, getting himself the room he needed to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Beasley with it. Here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Okogie for 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. New Orleans moving the ball around. Vanderbilt with the block. Beasley outside. There's 1:26 left to play here in the 4th. With the drive, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Timberwolves.
Prince finds Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beverly for 3. No good that time. Well, for New Orleans, shooting a rough 22% so far in this one.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
They've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for D'Angelo Russell.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And here's Beverly. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now, we present the New Balance Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.